Hi, my name is C. I'd like to shout out Mr. McGuire for being my favorite teacher. Something that I love about Crawford is the variety of activities you can do here. Something in the news that I am passionate about is taking precautions like staying quarantined in times like this and wearing masks. A tech tip that I have learned in class is that you can add a Bitmoji extension and it makes your projects look very nice.
Hi guys, I'm Ariana and I'm interviewing Miss Spain.
Hello, thank you for having me for an interview today. I'm really excited.
Okay, question 1. What is your favorite part about teaching?
Oh, my favorite part about teaching, it's probably, I like it the best, I think, as a teacher, whenever my students get excited about what we're learning. So, I don't know, there's a lot that I really like about teaching, but I think like when my kids are really into what we're learning about, or they come in and they're excited about the activity that day, it's probably my favorite part about being a teacher.
Okay, question 2. Have you ever taught at any other schools?
No, actually, I have been to other schools to observe or to practice teaching, but I've only been employed as a teacher at Crawford Middle School. So this is, I think, my 9th year, and I did my student teaching at Crawford Middle School too. For student teaching, I was under Miss Stevens, so she helped me, and Miss Kelly, she's another science teacher that you might have next year. She was for my student teaching as well. And then when I became a teacher my first year, I worked really closely with Miss Green in the 8th grade, and she mentored me to help me be a better teacher too. So I've always been at Crawford and I really love it here.
Okay, the third question is, what do you like to do outside of teaching?
Oh my goodness, you have some good questions. Well, I guess I really, really like to read. So like if I'm not teaching, I like to grab a book. I also really like to watch Netflix. Right now I'm watching The Crown, which is really great. I had never seen it and I just started watching it recently. I have a dog, Kiko, and so we go on walks. I'm sure all of us with dogs right now, as cooped up as we are, going on a lot of walks, but my dog and I go on walks all the time as well. And then finally, I really, really like to cook and bake. So I've been baking a lot lately. I just made my first batch of gingerbread cookies with some pretty icing on them. So I like that too.
The fourth question, what is your favorite grade to teach and why?
Definitely 6th grade. So I love 7th and 8th graders, and I've had most of you when you were 6th graders, and I think 7th and 8th graders are really cool. But I like 6th grade for me the best because they come to middle school and they don't really know what's going on, and sometimes they're a little bit nervous, and I think they just need a little bit of extra love. So I like teaching 6th grade because I like to show them how to find everything. They're always really excited about their lockers when we're learning in person, and sometimes they just need a little extra help, which I really like to give. So 6th grade is my favorite for that reason.
What is your favorite grade to teach and why?
Yeah, so 6th grade, definitely.
Wait, did I already ask that question?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Okay, what got you into teaching science?
Oh, that's a good question. So when I was a student, I went to UK for 3 years, and I was in a couple different. So I wanted to be a marine biologist. So I took a lot of classes in marine biology, and biotechnology. So that's like where they change the genetics of crops and stuff like that. So I wanted to do marine biology, but I ended up going into biotechnology. So I finished a few years in science there, and I just really liked it. I wanted to have a career as a scientist. And then I started to work with older people who wanted to take the citizenship test to become citizens of the United States. So I started to teach some classes with adults, and I really liked it. Then I got a job working in a daycare with little bitty kids, and I really liked that too. So I just kind of decided I love science and I like teaching. So I ended up deciding that way that I wanted to be a science teacher.
Okay, what is your favorite part about teaching science?
experiments. My favorite part is when we get to do cool labs or demonstrations, or the kids get to do like hands-on activities. It's not every day in science, and sometimes that's a challenge with sixth graders because they come to middle school and they think it's going to be like Bill Nye every day, not watching it, but like doing crazy cool experiments and like blowing things up. And it's not always like that. Like, we actually have to learn a lot of content vocabulary. We do a lot of reading, we do a lot of writing, but my lab days when we get to do hands-on stuff are my favorite. I hope that answered the question. Sorry if it didn't.
And the last question is, who is your favorite singer?
Oh no, gosh. I really, really like Sia. So I've been really into her newer album. Probably that's my favorite.
Well, that's all the questions for today.
I thought you did such a good job with those questions, and thank you for picking me to interview. I had a really good time.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
I've chosen Mrs. Rowe because she inspires me to have fun while I do my work, so I'm just shouting out Mrs. Rowe. Here is a quote of Martin Luther King Jr. "There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe nor politic, nor popular, but he must take it because his conscience tells him it is right." One thing that I love about Crawford is how most of the teachers are kind and helpful. Also, I'm passionate about how the news tells what is happening, and a tech tip is if you want to copy and paste something, you want to press Ctrl C to copy, and to paste Ctrl V.
So hello.
Hi.
I'm going to ask you a few questions. So do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 2 children.
What are their names?
Their names are Shane and Skylar. So Shane is 5 and Skylar is 4.
How many years have you been working at Crawford?
This is my 3rd year here at Crawford.
What is your favorite part about teaching at Crawford?
My favorite thing about teaching at Crawford is just getting a chance to get to know all of the students and really helping them to understand science a little bit better. So getting them to understand why things work the way they do and how to have fun with it.
Well, that's great to hear. What do you want for Christmas this year?
For Christmas, I would like some alone time. So being cooped up with COVID, I am constantly either teaching or helping my kids.
Hi, my name is Kylie Howell, and I am a student at Crawford Middle School. Here's a motivational quote I wanted to share. "All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them," by Walt Disney. Hi, I'm doing a shout out of Miss Nelson. The reason I'm doing a shout out of Miss Nelson is because she makes math really fun for me and makes math really easy for me to learn. This is Miss Nelson. One thing I love about Crawford is all the teachers who are helpful and kind. One thing I like in the news here at school is the interviews because I find them really interesting. A tech tip I have learned in Mr. McGuire's class is Central C is copy and Central V is paste. Credits by Kylie Howell, word by Kylie Howell, motivational quote by Walt Disney, Miss Nelson picture by.
Hi, CMS News team. I'm Tiara, and I'm Tiara Young, and I'm here with Miss Jones. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to ask you a few questions.
Sure, Tiara.
All right. The first question is, what is your view on virtual learning?
My view on virtual learning. So, I think there are benefits, but of course, I don't think that anything can replace the experience that we have when we're in person with a teacher in a class, and you get automatic feedback that way. But the benefits to it, Tiara, I feel like it's nice that I don't have to put shoes on every day. And I don't have to pack a lunch or anything and get in my cold car in the morning. So that's kind of nice. But I definitely think nothing can replace when we're all face to face and learning together without the hiccups that happen with technology.
Yeah, I can agree on you with that. All right, next question would be, how have you been handling it personally online with online learning?
Well, I have learned a lot, Sierra. I mean, I've learned a lot about different resources that I can use and that'll even transfer into the classroom when we are ever face-to-face again. Especially, I've learned how to try not to talk so much, if that makes sense, because when we're on Zooms especially, I feel like teachers, since we all can't talk at the same time, we have to really wait to get the response from somebody else. I've been learning to give wait time when I ask a question to get better about that. I've learned about other resources that are out there online for us. Personally though, you know, I've got 2 kids at home and they're upstairs every day, and so maybe you hear them when they start screaming or, you know, I can't deal with them because I'm supposed to be teaching in class, so that's really hard too, and I know that everybody's dealing with that a little bit too.
Yeah, I have 2 siblings at home that usually one of them is asleep and the other is doing school.
Yeah.
Because
It gets
yeah.
a while.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, what got you into music?
I have known that I would do music with my life forever, and I know that sounds crazy, but I really have. I've just always loved to sing. I think I was telling you guys today, your class today, that even when I was little, before we had YouTube and we had karaoke tracks at the click of a button on the computer, I would go buy cassette tapes with like accompaniment tracks, and I would sing at church, and I would sing. I was an only child, and I had no siblings, and so I entertained myself a lot of the time by just singing. And I wrote songs, and I learned piano, and I made up dances in my bedroom. So music's always been just what is most fun for me to do. And so I entertained myself a lot with music as a kid.
That's very nice. It sounds like something I still do every now and then.
Yeah, cool.
When you brought up your kids, it made me think of a question, if you don't mind me asking. How do you handle also being a teacher and also handling your kids at the same time? Because I know it might be hard.
Can you ask that one more time?
Since you brought up your kids, I was wondering how you handle taking care of your kids and also being a teacher at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I am really, really lucky to have my mom who lives just in Versailles, just like really nearby. And she, for most of the school year, has been coming over every morning. She's retired, and so she's been coming over every morning, and she kind of keeps the kids quiet when they need to be quiet for me to teach. She helps them get on all their Zooms at different times. And then, so we've been really lucky with that, but she's also in her 60s, and she doesn't know everything about technology, so she's had to learn a lot too. And we've had to stay away from her lately too, because we've had exposure to COVID, and we didn't want to expose her. And so we have had to just deal without her. But I'm lucky that I have her, and I'm lucky that I have my husband. He can work from home sometimes, so he tries to help. But even with that help, it is hard because we're all different schedules, and they have lunch right in the next room while I'm still in the middle of a class, and sometimes I have to mute and go tell them to be quiet.
Yeah.
Or yell at them.
Yeah, it sounds like a handful.
Yes. I think it's just been a handful for everyone, right? But we've all learned how to try to be flexible and how to be patient with other. Hopefully we're still learning that. And I think we've learned to show grace to each other, to people in our family, and I've seen kids show me grace. It's okay, Miss Jones. You know, that happens all the time in my other classes. You know, if I have a 5-year-old just run past the screen, I get kind of embarrassed, but then that's just what's going on right now, right? We're all in the same boat.
Yeah. I've had quite a few incidents where my sister just accidentally walks in when I have my camera on. And then I'm just laughing on camera.
Yeah.
And this should be the last question if I don't think of any others or have any others I want to ask. In your spare time when you're not teaching, what do you enjoy doing specifically? This year, I think because I've been home so much, I made a little garden in my backyard, and I have gotten really into plants and growing vegetables and stuff like that. I'm not great at it yet, but I'm learning. It's fun, and it gets me outside. And then another thing I do to kind of keep my mental health good is to go running. And I'm not super fast, and I don't go super far, but I feel great when I can get outside and run around my neighborhood. It just helps my mood and everything else. And I get nervous in the winter because I don't like to run if it's very cold. So I'll sometimes do yoga videos or some other kind of exercise videos just in my room, you know. But I like to do those things outside, those things that I can do. And I also do like to cook, Tierra. You know, we have those cooking classes with the Spanish teacher, Mr. Jones, and with Miss Blue. And those were super fun. We got to learn some Chinese and Mexican recipes, but I like to cook for my family as much as I can. That's nice. I've been trying to get out the house more recently too, but it's hard since like I can't really go anywhere because I'm still young. But I still get around and I do stuff with my family. All right, well, thank you for your time, and I thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm Tierra Young, and this was me. What is it?
I hope you can edit this. Are you going to edit some of this?
Yeah, I probably will.
Okay. Well, you did a great job. You should be a news reporter.
I've been thinking about trying to get into stuff that includes me talking more to help me get over it, but it's been hard.
Well, I can tell just even from Zoom and from virtual school that you kind of come out of your shell some this year, and that's really awesome. Because, I mean, I loved having you in class last year, but you're very shy and quiet. So this is all really great for you. You've done awesome this year.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is this like your final for Mr. McGuire?
Not really. Since I'm on the CMS media team, he's basically having us do things for the news each week and every now and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this week he went to do interviews.
Yeah, so it's not for a class, it's for the team.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
But it's fun because I get to work with other students every now and then.
Well, it's good to chat with you, Tierra, and I hope you have a great afternoon.
I hope you do too. Thank you.
Thank you. See, I'm actually going to go for, probably not going to run, but I'm going to go for a really long walk with my kids here in just a minute.
Hope
Get outside. It's nice today.
It is. I've been outside on my porch. It feels really good.
Yeah. For December, it's a nice day.
Yeah.
All right, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, my name is Kenna and this is my Adobe Spark video. A tech tip I have learned is you can use split screen to be on Zoom and complete your assignments at the same time. I am a dedicated student, but with virtual learning it is hard to focus, so I've had to figure out new ways to help me stay focused. I have found listening to lo-fi hip-hop while working very helpful. I would like to give a shout out to Miss Perry. Her classes are always interesting.